Hello everyone and welcome to the Character Forge, where I take characters from various media and turn them into a D&D 5e build. I use point buy, optional class features, customize origin, and fixed hit points for simplicity's sake. Generally watch to the end, and there will also be a little bit of variant or homebrew to make things work just a little bit better. Let me know what character you'd like to see next in the comments below. As well, I have a quick thank you to all my patrons. This video was a direct commission from a patron to skip the voting process, so I greatly appreciate it. Today we'll be working on everyone's favorite radio demon, Alastor from Has Been Hotel, a fantastic little series over on Amazon Prime that's rapidly consuming the internet. Or it was. The internet moves so quickly these days. But considering I've been out of the loop on this series since the initial release of the pilot years ago, it was a wonderful surprise. Now, what are we aiming for to make our suave, psychopathic possible cannibal? First, we'll need incredible skills. Alastor is observant, analytical, charming, terrifying, and has an excellent understanding of Hell's power dynamics. Second, we'll need solid mobility and excellent stealth capabilities, teleportation, and shadow manipulation if we can swing it. Finally, we need enough spell power to back up the old rumors of what you used to be capable of. Now, for starting ability scores, we're going with 8 Strength, 15 Dexterity, 12 Constitution, 12 Intelligence, 13 Wisdom, and 13 Charisma. You're not exactly physically strong unless you take your demonic form, but elegant, smooth, intelligent, and observant? Most assuredly. Now for race, we're taking Fierna Tiefling, obtaining Dark Vision, Fire Resistance, plus 1 Dex for a new total of 16, plus 2 Charisma for a new total of 15, the Friend's Cantrip, and some additional spells at 3rd and 5th level. Moving on to background, you were quite literally a radio host, and a serial killer, but we'll get to that part. The Faerunian equivalent of that is probably an onstage news and performer by normal standards, but in my opinion, have some fun with this. Let's say they had basic enchanted items throughout the kingdom that acted as speakerphones throughout the city. That way they could be used during serious moments for emergency warnings. But for you, they were just the method for the city to learn your sweet, suave denotations. Considering this, we're going to take Entertainer, gaining proficiency in performance, acrobatics, a disguise kit, very useful for a serial killer too, and a music instrument. I'd choose piano, personally. You also get by popular demand. If you'd like to see some new tech kid defaming you and you want to counter him on the fly and earn some coin while you're at it. Now, on to the meat and potatoes, the class. There's an obvious potential here to go bard, and you'd be right to go that route, but if I made a bard out of every character that sang, every has-been character would be one. So instead, we'll lean into the fact you begin as a serial killer and go rogue. You get proficiency in stealth, intimidation, insight, and perception, expertise in intimidation, and ask your GM to save your second one for now. I doubt they'll mind. You also get sneak attack, good for now, but not what you're going to be relying on later, and thieves can't. Now, a quick class switch over to Warlock. You have unfathomable power due to hell, and potentially your pack in which you seem to consume the souls of other demons to acquire direct power. Could also have made a deal with a certain someone for more power. There's a lot of big question marks going on here, and pretty much all of them could be swung as Warlock. First level Warlocks get proficiencies you don't care about and a patron. Take the Undead and gain Pact Magic. Through that, you get Eldritch Blast, Toll the Dead, Arms of Hadar, and Charm Person. You also obtain Form of Dread, allowing you to occasionally take on an unsettling, semi-demonic form that puts everyone on edge around you, improving your health, frightening others, and making you immune to fear. Second level Warlocks get 2 invocations. Take Beguiling Influence for your devilish charms, and Devil's Sight for your literal demonic eyes, thus allowing you to use that earlier rogue expertise in persuasion, and getting another spell. Take Bane to disrupt and perturb your enemies even further. From your race, you also obtain the Charm Person spell, allowing you more uses of it aside from spell slots. Third level Warlocks get a Pact. Take the Pact of the Talisman for less impressive guidance, or use my homebrew for this over in the homebrew section of the video, and use your staff radio thing as a spell focus. For your next spell, take Cold Person to really mess with your competition and shut them down mid-fight. Easier to stab them in the throat while they squirm. 4th level Warlocks get Skill Expert for a +1 Charisma, giving a new total of 16, alongside proficiency in Arcana and expertise in Stealth. Gotta play with those spooky vibes of yours even more after all. For your spell, nab Misty Step to play into your mobility and teleport just a bit. You also obtain the Suggestion spell from your race, expanding your control and charm even more. 5th level Warlock is our capstone in this class, giving us an Eldritch Mind invocation to focus on our future spells more efficiently. We now also have 3rd level spells. Replace Arms of Hadar with Shadow Blade and Misty Step with Hunger of Hadar. Take Summon Lesser Demons to summon a swarm of spectral imps to bother a CR-15 Celestial further down the line. Now, to wrap up our rogue levels as well, 2nd level rogues get Cunning Action to make better use of that stealth expertise and bonus mobility as necessary. Finally, to the main show. With your pact handled now, the true power of your own being begins to manifest from the pact, showcasing your abnormal, raw, eldritch might. We're going Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. Feel free to see my homebrew variant of this over on my Patreon for those interested in such. I find this a bit lackluster by comparison, but for the video, we'll stick to the vanilla tentacles. 1st level grants us psionic spells, giving us back Arms of Hadar, Dissonant Whispers, and Mind Sliver. Additional spells later on. You also get telepathic speech for that fun radio voice, even in someone's mind. No need to open your mouth, just keep smiling. Finally, you get spellcasting. Take Mage Hand and flavor it as an Eldritch Tentacle, Minor Illusion to alter senses and show off your fun visual flair. Shape Water for manipulation of swirling black liquid, and Sword Burst for an overall swirling mass of razor-sharp, piercing black tentacles around you. For your 2 1st level spells, take Silvery Barbs and Shield. Gotta get your defenses up, you're quite squishy after all. 2nd level sorcerers get Font of Magic for sorcery points, just extra spell slots for now, but useful later. For your spell, take Absorb Elements, further increasing your chances of survival against damage. Sadly, it won't help you against that radiant damage, but take what you can get. 3rd level sorcerers get Metamagic options. Take Quicken Spell and Subtle Spell to unleash a series of potent combinations including 1 spell and 1 Eldritch Blast and a barrage all in 1 turn. Alternatively, cast spells without anyone noticing the components. Very useful for a charming specialist. For your spell, take Misty Step to reacquire the teleporting shenanigans you had to briefly leave behind. From your psionic spells, you also obtain Calm Emotions and Detect Thoughts, because you're not creepy enough. You also need to read minds and manipulate people's emotions magically too. 4th level sorcerers get +2 charisma for a new total of 18, the Mending cantrip to work as a proper hotelier, and for your new spell take Darkness for shadow manipulation and an incredibly nasty combination with your Devil Sight, since you can see, your prey cannot. 5th level sorcerers get Hunger of Hadar and Sending from your psionic spells, allowing you to replace your Hunger of Hadar Warlock spell with either Fear, Counterspell, or Spirit Shroud. For your new spell, take Wall of Water to summon a massive bowl of swirling eldritch tentacles and black, fetid liquid. Really good way to piss off those celestials. Additionally, you get magical guidance to spend sorcery points like inspiration tokens. 6th level Aberrant Mind Sorcerers get Psionic Sorcery, allowing you to burn sorcery points to nullify noticeable components for your psionic spell list, making you even shadier and difficult to pin down since half your spells don't require you to speak or move now. Good luck, anti-mages. You also get Psychic Defenses, giving yourself advantage against charms and resistance to psychic damage. Both of these features are neat, but feel lacking to me. I really encourage variants. Even if you don't want to become a Patreon, add your own flair to this subclass at least. I'll throw a few of the features I customize into the homebrew section of this video. In any case, for your spell, take Enemies Abound for even more control and fear tactics. 7th level sorcerer gets Black Tentacles and Summon Aberration from your psionic spells, manifesting even more eldritch themed powers and a horrifying pet. She's tiny, with a knife and 1 eye. For your new spell, take Psychic Lance to send a wall of static into everyone's mind, paired with harrowing mental images of eldritch Wendigo horror. 8th level sorcerers get +2 charisma for a new total of 20, capped out a little late, but better late than never, and a spell. Take Storm Sphere to manifest psionic lightning, murky black water, swirling tentacles, and agony around the battlefield. 9th level sorcerers get Telepathic Bond and Telekinesis from your psionic spells, wrapping your eldritch mental spells up very nicely with some general control and utility. For your spell, talk to your GM about having access to Wall of Force. It being behind the wizard wall is really odd to me, but they may disagree. If you can't have it, take Wall of Light, flavor it as more pitch black energy, and make do. 10th level sorcerers get another meta magic. Take Heightened Spell to ensure one of your control spells will take root in someone's mind. For your extra cantrip, take Lightning Lure for a thematic throat chain that also works well to drag enemies into various spheres and your tentacle AoEs. For your spell, nab Hold Monster to paralyze others with fear even when they aren't humanoids now. 11th level sorcerers get a spell. Take Otherworldly Guise and officially obtain your true demonic form, giving you an immense power up for damage, conditional immunities, flying speed, extra AC, powerful weapon attacks, and so forth. 12th level sorcerers get a feat. Take Resilience and Wisdom for a new total of 14 wisdom and proficiency in saves to ignore most mental effects in the game fairly easily. And now for our capstone. 13th level sorcerers get a final 7th level spell. Take either Etherealness, Power Word Pain, or Teleport, depending on what aspect of Alastor you'd like to cap off. His Shadow Melding, his Terror Control, or his Mobility. So how powerful is our beautiful little ace in the hole? Well, you're absolutely terrifying, literally and figuratively, with a grand total of 11 cantrips and the longest spell list I've ever seen in any build I've created. Your spellcasting options are absolutely absurd, including potent damage, impressive utility, mobility, but more than anything, incredible control options. For example, your walls, charms, holds, area control, difficult terrain, multiple damage types, several being psychic and force, which basically nothing resists. Combine that with an impressive skill set and proficiency in the two most important saves in the game, and you're an asset in numerous ways to the party. So what are your downsides? Well, 16 AC, 21 with shield, barely over 100 hit points, awful constitution saving throw even with advantage. You have numerous powerful spells, but many of them are concentration. These are all really rough drawbacks, and they show if you get a bit too cocky. Just like in the show, someone is going to land a direct hit on you. And when they do, you're going to need to run away very quickly. Luckily, you have options to do that, though. And besides, that was an odd moment for you, and you realize that. So don't do it. Be manipulative, strategic, use others as the meat shields while you support and control the battlefield from the rear, giving snide remarks and smug grins. Play to your strengths, don't expose your weaknesses. Now for Homebrew. First, let's make the Talisman Warlock just a little bit better, shall we? Instead of less impressive guidance, I recommend allowing the Talisman to be used on attacks and saving throws as well as checks and bumping it to a d6, effectively making it comparable to a Bardic Inspiration, it's just limited to the wearer. Now, second, I've made an entire variant of the Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. Don't get me wrong, it's got some incredible spell options, but honestly, compared to some of the psychic races, its benefits feel like they fall flat. So I remade the entire subclass and improved it a bit. I won't be just dumping that whole thing since that would be kind of rude to my patrons, but I'll put some of the edits I made here. First, an updated and altered psionic spells list to make them just a bit more unique, pulling from other classes' spells options. This will provide more telekinetic flair to the class and makes role-playing their flavor more viable as well. Second, I'll put up my changes to the 6th level class options. Psionic Sorcery and Psionic Armor. This makes your psionic spells legitimately psionics, no more dispel or counterspell. And obviously, this provides the sorcerer with superior survivability with psionic armor. The force immunity is a nice little unique flair as well. The full variant has quite a few other changes, but hopefully this will provide a taste to help you work on your own changes that you'll like. Alright, that about wraps up this one. I got blindsided by this as a commission request from a patron, so I had to rush it out. I've got Nanami about done as well, so expect that video out soon, probably next week. As always, I'd like to thank all of my patrons for being so loyal over all this time, especially Arima, Disney, SPS, and Varen. You all are absolutely incredible, and I'm so glad you enjoy the content as much as you do. Sung Jinwoo should be up after Nanami, going by my current chart, and then Yuta. After that, we'll be shifting directly back into votes, so we'll see where things land from there. If you're a member or patron and missed the voting booth I'll put up for the next video, check the description down below. Thank you all so much for watching. The channel growth has been absolutely wild to me. Looking forward to the future. And with that, love yourselves, love each other, have a wonderful day. I'll see you all in the next video.